Good morning, everyone. So here in this video, we will study about the capacitance of a conductor. Okay. So guys, this is what the prescribed syllabus. Okay. Now, let me tell you briefly about the capacitance. Guys, capacitance or capacitor is an element which can store charge or energy, I can say, in an electrostatic field. Okay. So basically, it's an energy storage device which will provide instantaneous energy. Okay. Now, what maybe the question is? Question may be define electrical capacitance of a conductor. On which factor does it depend? Okay. So, the electrical capacitance of a conductor is the measure of its ability to hold electric charge. Okay, guys. When an insulated capacitor or conductor is given some charge, suppose there is a conductor which will given some charge, then definitely if there is a charge, there will be potential difference, or there is a potential, yes or no. And if there is a potential, there is a potential energy, yes or no, guys. So what is the potential develop is what? Kq by r. So if we apply a charge, potential is what? Kq by r, or which is equal to b. So q is directly proportional to b, or I can say q is equal to a constant c into b. That constant is what known as the capacitance. Okay, so c is equal to, I can say, q by b, or charge per voltage. Clear, guys? Yes or no? Now you see one thing here, capacitance, though this is charge per potential, but this is independent of both charge and voltage, guys. This will not depend upon the charge and potential either. In the further slides, we will study about the dependency of capacitance. Okay. Now you see here, capacitance basically depends upon its shape and size or dimension of a material, then the permittivity or the nature of the surrounding, and finally the presence of other conductor in its neighborhood. Okay, so this is what the basics, guys. Now next is define the unit of capacitance for a conductor, give its dimension. So guys, as I said, capacitance C is equal to Q by B, or charge per voltage. So charge is coulomb and potential is voltage. So coulomb per voltage, which is nothing but known as farad. Okay, guys. So if I take 1 coulomb charge and provide 1 volt, then the capacitance is what known as 1 farad. So guys, the unit of capacitance is what? Farad. And farad is what? 1 farad means what? Holding 1 coulomb of charge at 1 volt. Okay, so guys, farad is the very high, or unit of capacitance. The unit of capacitance is will be taken in terms of what? Millifarad, microfarad, or picofarad. Okay, so now here is the dimension. Please go through the dimension of the what? Capacitance. I can say coulomb as coulomb as coulomb. Yes or no? Q is equal to IT, I into T, I for ampere, and T for time. Yes or no? And what is volt? Just divide say coulomb both numerator and denominator. You will get coulomb square by 1 joule. Yes or no? Volt per coulomb is what? Joule. So joule is nothing but Newton into meter. So accordingly you find the what? Dimension. Clear? Now next, guys, capacitance of a isolated spherical conductor. Now see here, guys, this is a conductor. Okay, now these are the electric fields line, and a charge Q is being given to the conductor. This is what the radius of the what? Spherical conductor. Yes or no, guys? So what is the voltage? Voltage is nothing but, or the potential is nothing but KQ by R. You see here, B is equal to KQ by R. Yes or no, guys? So what is the capacitance? As we know, capacitance C is equal to Q by V. So Q by V. So it will nothing but C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. Now you see, guys, here C depends upon what? R. It does not depends upon Q, neither depends upon V. Yes or no? So what is the R means? R is the radius of the cylinder. That means it depends, whether the radius is small or the large. It is independent of the shape and size, guys. Yes or no? Sorry. It depends upon the shape and size. Yes or no? Now suppose if I reduce the radius, and or I will just take higher radius, but still the electric lines of force are same. Yes or no, sir? Yes or no? So that is why you see the value of epsilon naught is what? Let us find the capacitance. Let us take radius R is equal to 1 meter. Yes or no? Let us assume radius R is equal to 1 meter. So what about C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught? We know the value of epsilon naught, and what is the capacitance? Then the capacitance it will come is as what? What, guys? You see, capacitance C is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Let R is equal to 1 meter. So capacitance is very, what I can say, very small. Yes or no? Now just to assume 1 meter of radius means what, guys? Diameter is 2. So you just assume a sphere of diameter 2. How long, how big the sphere is. Yes or no? So we know the value of what? Epsilon naught, 8.85 into 10 to the minus 12. Okay, and 4 pi into r is 1 meter. So see, this is coming in terms of 10 to the minus 12. So capacitance is very less. Yes or no? If you take the earth, let us take the what is the radius of earth is what? Almost 6400 kilometer. So even if you put the 6400 kilometer radius and calculate the capacitance, it will come not 1 farad, guys. So that means farad is the very high unit, as you said here, as I said here, farad is very high unit. So we will take capacitance in terms of milli or microfarad. Okay, guys. Now next is what? Concept of a capacitor and its principle. So guys, first the question may be, an isolated conductor cannot have large capacitance. Why? Okay. So see, when a conductor holds a large amount of charge, its potential is also high. Yes or no? Because potential B is equal to KQ by R. If the associated electric field, what is the electric field, guys? Nothing but sigma by epsilon naught. Yes or no? Becomes very high enough, the atoms or molecules of the surrounding air get ionized. A breakdown occurs in the insulation of the surrounding medium and the charge put on the conductor gets neutralized or leaks away. Okay, for air, the breakdown points occur at field of the order of 3 × 10⁶ volt per meter. This put the limit of the capacitance of a conductor. Moreover, if we tend to have a single conductor of a large capacitance, it will have practically inconvenient large size. Guys, you know, the basic thing is, you remember one thing, the capacitance is inversely proportional to the radius of curvature. Okay, so if the radius of curvature is more, the capacitance is less, and if the radius of curvature is high, capacitance is what? More. So you find all the electrical instruments are not in the sharp edges, they are just what? In I can say the regular shape or the sphere one. Yes or no? So that there is no sharp edges, because once there is a sharp edges, then more and more charge accumulated on that particular sharp edges, and there is a if the electric field is high, then there may be the reason of breakdown. Yes or no? So now next, what is the principle of capacitor, guys? Okay, now see, consider a positively charged metal plate A. Now this is a metal plate A which is positively charged. Okay, and place a uncharged plate B. You see, there is an uncharged plate here, guys. This is not charged. I can say this is neutral body. Okay. Now, due to the induction, what happens, since this is a positive charge, it will attract the negative charge. So, all the negative charge coming into this side and all the positive charge coming into this side. Yes or no? So, what about the electric field, guys? You tell me, what about what about the potential? You see here, due to the induction, the closer face of the plate B acquires negative charge, and its farther place acquired the positive charge. As I explained, the negative charge on the plate B, tend to reduce the potential of plate A. Yes or no, guys? You see, the negative charge of this plate will reduce the potential of plate A. Yes or no, guys? You know how? Because it will combine, positive negative, that will cancel out, so charges will reduce. So if charges at E reduces, what about the potential? Also reduces, because the potential B is equal to KQ by R. Yes or no? Now in the next case, what happens? Now the potential or the plate B is given earth. Okay, so due to this, what happens? All the positive charges is neutralized or going to the earth, and what? Only negative charge remains, guys. Okay, so this also further reduces the what? The potential at plate A. Yes or no? So what about the capacitance? We know, guys, C is equal to Q by B. So since if we take if you remember this here, just here, we found here the capacitance is very less even for the earth, but we cannot make a capacitance as large as earth. Yes or no? So what happens now if I will just put an neutral body near the charged body, then potential decreases. So as we know, capacitance is equal to C equal to Q by B. So if B decreases, capacitance increases. Yes or no? Now if we further, just give the what here, earth the one plate, or only one charges is there, then this will reduce the further potential at the plate A, and hence the potential decreases. It means capacitance increases. So this is how we're going to increase the capacitance, guys. Okay, now this is what explained here. Okay, now see here, guys, as I have explained just right now, there was a previously only one body. What was that body is all about? It was a sphere whose capacitance we have found out. What this is, what the capacitance of the single sphere, what 4 pi epsilon naught r. We already have explained about it. The capacitance is very less. Now one day one scientist, what he did, he just put a neutral body near the charge body. Okay, now you find all the negative charge is, since negative and positive attraction comes, so that's why all the negative charge accumulated here in this side, and all the positive charge accumulated here in this side. So what about the potential B, which is what? The potential of this sphere decreases because of this, yes or no? Because this charge and this charge, what will combine, and the potential of the charge on this sphere reduces, and hence the potential reduces. So if the potential reduces, what about the CDS, guys? Capacitance also increases, because capacitance is inversely proportional to what? Potential, yes or no? Now further what happens, only one negative charges is being given to this particular sphere, and positive charge to this particular sphere. So what about the voltage? Reduces furthermore. So if the voltage reduces, what about the capacitance? Increases. So this is how we're going to increase the capacitance, guys. Okay, this slide we already have discussed. Okay, guys, so now the concept of parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so what happens here, we have taken two parallel plate, guys. See, this is one plate, this is another plate, and you know the what is the electric field? This is what the direction of electric field. Now you see the parallel plates are nothing but infinite plate sheet, guys. Remember we have discussed just before, yes or no? Infinite plane set. We have found out the electric field of infinite plane set, yes or no? Which was coming as sigma by 2 epsilon naught, if you remember, guys. Okay, now you see here, this is one this is plate, this is another plate. Okay, now what about the electric field here? You say, what about the electric field here? So if you see, the electric field outside of the plate is 0, but what about the electric field here, guys? So you see the electric field here is in this direction, yes or no? From positive to this plate. And what about the electric field at this plate? Is again in this direction towards the negative plate. So you see, we know the electric field of a infinite plane sheet due to one plate is what? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So you see here sigma by 2 epsilon naught because of this plate, and because of this plate also in the same direction, sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So what about the overall electric field is sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, which is nothing but sigma by epsilon naught. Okay, the area of this plate is A, and the distance between the plate is what? D. Yes or no? So these things have written here, guys. Now this is what the charge distribution, sigma plus sigma here because of plus q charge here, and this is minus sigma as minus sigma charge here. So what is sigma? Is surface charge density. What is surface charge density, guys? Surface charge per area. Yes or no, guys? So you see that what is the electric field? Outside is 0. As I say, electric field outside is 0 because electric field here for this for this plate is this direction, for this plate is this direction. So you see the net electric force outside is completely 0. Okay, in outer region. But what about the inner region? I said na, guys, in inner region, from the from this plate to here, and from the negative from again here. So from both the plate, the electric field is one direction, which is sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, which is equal to sigma by epsilon naught, is what the electric field. Clear? So what is the potential difference, guys? You see, you can go through these are the just theory portions. Okay, what is the potential difference, guys? So we know that the relationship between the E and B is what? B is equal to E dot dl. If you remember, guys, B is equal to E dot dl. Now electric field is what? E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught, which is constant. So I can take, what is the integration of dl is nothing but L, and L is nothing but D here in this case. You just see, L means what? The distance between the two plates is what? D, we have assumed. Okay, so I can say V is equal to E into D. So what is V is equal to, guys? E into D. What is E is equal to? Just right now we have found sigma by epsilon naught. Yes or no? So E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Just put it here. So you get sigma D by epsilon naught. Now what is sigma, guys? What is sigma? Q by A. Yes or no? Sigma is equal to Q by A because sigma is surface charge density, which is charge per area. Okay, now what is capacitance? C is equal to Q by V. So we know Q, as it is Q, and V we have already found out. So either you found Q in terms of sigma, or you find sigma in terms of Q. both I mean by putting the value you will get C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. So you see here capacitance does not depends upon the voltage, neither the charge. Yes or no? Rather the capacitance depends upon the A by D, or the dimension of the material. Yes or no? It is directly proportional to area, inversely proportional to the distance between the two plates. Yes or no? And also directly proportional to the permittivity of the medium between the two plates. Okay guys, so if we want to increase the capacitance, we can take care of these three factor. Okay, now moving on to the next, combination of capacitors in series and parallel. So guys, we have series capacitor, I mean multiple capacitor, they may be connected in series or parallel. Yes or no? So you see here, this is what three capacitors C1, C2, C3, they are connected in series. So how do we know the series connection guys? Now you see the negative plate of one is connected to the positive plate of other. Okay, this is what the series connection guys. You see here the negative plate of first capacitance is connected to the positive of second. Similarly, the negative of second is connected to the positive of third. Similarly, the negative of the third is connected to positive of first. Okay, so this is what the series connection, and the voltage V is being given to the capacitor, all the capacitor. So the capacitor C1 will acquire voltage V1, capacitor C2 V2, capacitor C3 V3. So we know that C is equal to Q by V, so V is equal to Q by C1, since all same charges are given to all the capacitor. So I say V1 is equal to Q by C1, V2 is equal to Q by C2, and V3 equal to Q by C3. Yes or no guys? So we know in series connection guys, now what is the total voltage? V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Yes or no? So that's we have written V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now what is V1 guys? It is Q by C1, V2 Q by C2, V3 Q by C3. Just put down those values. So Q by C1, Q by C2, Q by C3. Just take Q common. So it will be there Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Just divide Q in the V. So V by Q is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So what is V by Q guys? We know Q equal to CB, so C equal to Q by V. So this is V by Q. So this is 1 by C. Yes or no guys? So 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay. So guys, what we study here there are three capacitors. If there are n capacitor, then 1 by capacitance equivalent is equal to what? Or series capacitor is equal to what? 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 up to 1 by Cn. So if the capacitors are in series, then the equivalent capacitance is what? The reciprocal of the each capacitor. Yes or no guys? That's what I have written here. Okay. Remember the charge on all the capacitance remains same. This is the condition. Okay. Now the next is what? Parallel capacitor. So you see here guys, there are three capacitors C1, C2 and C3. Those are connected in parallel. Yes or no? So you see the parallel connection means what? All the positive connected to one, all the negative connected to another. Yes or no guys? So you see here all the positive plates is connected to the positive supply of V, all the negative plate is connected to the negative supply of the V or the voltage. Yes or no guys? So the charges are different in the different capacitors. So in the first capacitor the charges is plus Q1 or minus Q1, second is Q2 and third is Q3. Okay, so we know guys, Q is equal to CB, so Q1 equal to what? C1 into V, because the voltage same guys. Remember, you see here the same voltage is fed to all the capacitor. Guys, you remember in series voltage changes. Okay, but in parallel voltage remains same. You see all the the capacitance or the capacitor given the same voltage V. Yes or no? So you see here Q1 equal to C1 into V, Q2 equal to C2 into V, Q3 is equal to C3 into V. Okay, now what is Q is equal to guys? So what is total charge? I can say so Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. That's what it is written here. Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Now what is Q1 equal to guys? C1 into V, then C2 into V, C3 V. So V take common. So C1 plus C2 plus 3 C3 into V. Yes or no guys? Which is equal to what? Total charge Q is equal to. So we know Q is equal to C into V. Yes or no? The C parallel into B. So B both sides cancelled. So what about C parallel guys? So C parallel equal to C1 plus C2 up to Cn if there n capacitor are in parallel. Okay guys. So this is how we get the series and parallel combination. These are some formula. Please go through it. Okay, now next is what? Energy density of an electric field. Guys, this is very important thing. Okay, what is energy density? You see, energy density is nothing but energy per unit volume. Okay, so when a capacitor is charged, an electric field is set up. Remember guys, at the very beginning of the of this video, I said about the spherical conductor. If you assume a spherical conductor and if you fed a charge plus q, then there will be a potential kq by r, and there will be always a potential energy as well. Yes or no? What is the energy? Kq square by 2r, guys, because the radius is r. What about diameter? Is 2r. So distance between the 2 points is what? 2r. So potential energy, or the energy, is what? Kq square by 2r. But that energy is not the concentrated one. That is what? The energy, that is the बिखरा हुआ energy है. Is that clear? Not the concentrated one. Okay, it is distributed one. Okay, so you see here, what is capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor? Epsilon naught A by D, guys. We just prove it. Yes or no? And what about the electric field? Epsilon sigma by epsilon naught, where sigma is equal to E into E epsilon naught into capital E. Yes or no? Now what is the charge on either plate? Q is equal to sigma A. What is sigma? Sigma is equal to surface charge density, which is equal to charge per area. Yes or no, guys? So what is total charge? Equal to sigma into area, because area is given capital A. So you know what is the energy energy stored by capacitor? The formula is Q square by 2C, guys. Remember this formula. We will prove this formula afterward. Okay, so you know Q, you know E, C. Okay, just put C and Q. You will get the energy density is half into epsilon into E square into AD. Now guys, what is AD, guys? A is area, D is distance between the two plates. So area is meter square, distance is meter. So if we multiply meter square into meter, we will get meter cube, which is volume. So we will take, if we will take the volume as unit, or simple one, so I will take U by AD. Okay, just divide and you will get half into epsilon into E square. This is the formula of energy density when volume is unity volume, guys. Okay, now we will find the energy stored in a capacitor. But guys, energy stored in a capacitor, look here, from the energy stored we got the formula of energy density, and from energy density we will get the formula of energy stored in a capacitor. Okay, so you see here, there are two plates, one is plus q and this minus q. Okay, what is the electric field, guys? The electric field from for this plate is from here to this side, and from this plate also the electric field is from towards this side. So what is the electric field in between the two charges? I can say electric field, remember electric field of infinite plane state is what? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Yes or no? And what is electric field outside the plate is what, guys? 0. Clear? There is no electric field outside the plate. Yes or no? So, and the distance between the two plates is what? Small d. Okay guys, area is capital A. So we know energy density is half epsilon into E square. We just proved for unit volume. So what is energy? Just multiply volume. Okay, so half into epsilon. What is E square, guys? See, what is E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Just put here sigma by epsilon naught whole square. And what is volume? Area into length. You see, this is area, this is length. Okay, so this is what the volume, area into length. Now what is sigma, guys? So sigma is equal to, again, sigma is what? Surface charge density, which is charge per area. See here. So put the value of sigma as charge per area, and after you solve, you will get q square by 2c. Remember, we have proved this formula by using energy content, and now from this formula we are proving what is the energy. Okay, so E is equal to q square by 2c, guys. So we know q equal to cb. So if you put q equal to cb, you will get half cb square, or which is equal to half q into b. So this is what the energy contained by the capacitor. Clear? Now guys, dielectric strength. This is again a very important concept, guys. What is the meaning of dielectric strength? Now see, guys, in a conductor, suppose a conductor means what? Dipole. Yes or no? Positive and negative charges are there. Yes or no, guys? So what is the force on positive charge? Is QE, and force on negative charge is again minus QE. So if I say the force on positive charge in right direction, what about the force on negative charge is on left direction? So that the balancing or the force may balance. Yes or no? So when we increase the electric field, what happens when electric field increases? Okay, then what about the when the force increases? Sorry guys, though the net force is 0, but when the force increases, quite obviously electric field increases, and when electric field increases, there may be a time when at a particular value of electric field, the conductor, due to high stress, break down. Yes or no, guys? So that particular value of electric field is what known as dielectric strength. Guys, this is very important concept. Remember, dielectric is something which reduces the electric field by an amount called as dielectric constant K. This is a very important statement I'm telling you. You know what is dielectric constant K? So it reduces the external field by an amount K. Okay, suppose if we have a, suppose in this plate the electric field is 10. Okay, so if we put a dielectric slab, which we will discuss further, then it will reduces the electric field by certain amount. Okay, guys. So this is what dielectric strength. What is the unit of dielectric strength? Is similar to the unit of electric field. Guys, I'm telling you again, dielectric strength means what? Suppose the forces is being balanced on positive and negative charge inside the conductor. Yes or no? But when you increase the forces, when the charges increases, okay, or when you put a dielectric, so charges increases, it means electric field increases, it means forces increases. It means if we increase the forces, electric field increases, and if we increase the electric field further, then there will be a time when what? Electric at a particular point of electric field, the conductor break down. That particular point of electric field or the value of electric field is what known as dielectric strength. Okay, so its unit is what? Similar to electric field. Okay, guys. Now next, capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab. Now you see, guys, you see here there are two parallel plates, guys. You see here the positive charges, here the negative charges. Yes or no? So if here the medium between the two positive charges is what? Air, guys. Remember, and that medium is what known as dielectric constant K, which I was talking about. Okay, this is the dielectric constant K between the two parallel plates. Now suppose if we will not put some material here, then these two what plates are what attract towards each other, and they may touch because the charges, because you see the charges what here, the positive charges, here the negative charges, so the charges are opposite in nature, so they will attract each other. So we need to put a dielectric slab, guys. Here we need to put a material which can what hold the two plates all together. Okay, yes or no? So that's what capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab. Okay, guys, you see here there are two plates. This is one plate, this is another plate, and what we did, we put a dielectric slab in between the two plates. Okay, so you see what is the electric field outside this two plate is 0. Yes or no? Now what is the electric field here? Is the E0. What is E0 electric field? Which is the external electric field which we applied. Yes or no? But what about the electric field here, guys? Definitely reduces. Yes or no? The electric field in this is what reduces, because here what is electric field? Sigma by epsilon. So I can say at the middle point, the sigma by epsilon and E naught are what cancel each other, because sigma is that much strong. But when I put the dielectric medium, so it will reduce the what external field by a amount K. Yes or no? And that K is what known as the dielectric constant. Okay, guys. So what is the will that induced charge is that much strong as here? No. So it will reduces the electric field. The net electric field is what? The external is what? E naught, and what is the electric field here is generated is what? EP. So the net is what? E is equal to E naught minus EP. Okay, that thing is written here, guys. So what is C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D is what? The capacitance. What is E naught, guys? Is the external field. Okay, is what? Sigma by epsilon naught. So which is nothing but what is sigma is equal to Q by A. Sigma is surface charge density, which is equal to what? Q by A. Yes or no, guys? Then you see what is EP. EP means what? What is the electric field inside the dielectric slab, as I said, which is reduces. Okay, so remember if I said that dielectric slab reduces the external electric field by an amount K, which is known as what? Dielectric constant. So you see electric field, the net electric field, which is nothing but reduces by external by an amount K. Yes or no, guys? So you see we need to find the total electric field, yes or no? So we know what is the formula of total electric field, V and E. So we know V is equal to E dot dl, or B is equal to E into L, yes or no? So V is equal to, first what we find for this place and then for this place, yes or no? So you know, you first we find for T and then for D minus T, yes or no? So B is equal to E naught into D minus T plus E into T, I can say. So what is E naught into D minus T? What is the field at D minus T? If I just take away this dielectric slab, then what is the external field is what? E naught. That's why E naught is multiplied with D minus T, yes or no, plus Et. Now what is E? E is here, electric field. I said the dielectric reduces the external electric field by an amount K. Okay, so that is why this is E naught by K into T. Okay guys, now if you solve this, okay, you will get this formula, C is equal to Q by V. Okay guys, so these are the special cases, and here we end the capacitance. Don't worry guys, just please go through the video. We will discuss it in the online classes. Thank you so much everyone.